Welcome to the Mike Morgan Show, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike Morgan will take the lead in this match after these next couple of boxes.
Golden opportunity for Mike Morgan.
Morgan match.
Sitting atop the ladder next week is that guy's brother, his big brother, Tom Morgan.
Brother Tom has been red hot.
Mike and Tom, Dick, have met each other head-to-head on TV 50 twice. One game away, if he wins, from bowling his older brother, Tom, next week.
The best Candlepin bowlers from all over New England. And now, in our 14th season, your hosts for Candlepin Stars and Strikes, Dick Lutz and Mike Morris.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Candlepin Stars and Strikes from Leda Lanes in Nashua. I'm Dick Lutz with Mike Morin, and we have climbed the ladder all the way to the top. It's our championship match of our third series. And, Michael, it's been number 5 seed Mike Morin climbing the ladder all the way to the top to meet his brother for the championship.
Well, and Mike Morgan had quite a bit of work to do to get to the top, featuring his older brother, Tom. It was Brian Uphold last week, losing by 10 to Mike Morgan. The week before, Glenn LeBlanc, losing by about 30 or so. And Bruce Young, the first week of the series, losing by about 60 pins. So he's had some rather extensive matches and a long way to get to the top, but I guarantee one thing, it will be a fun time today.
Let's meet the Morgan brothers, who will be meeting for the championship and a place in our Tournament of Champions. First, number 5 seed, Mike Morgan from Lynn.
Mike Morgan comes in with a 126 average. His high single is 193, a high triple 474. His home bowling center on the North Shore is Metro Bowl in Peabody, Mass.
And leading the cheers for Mike through the first 3 matches of our stepladder series was his brother Tom, who also happens to be the top seed, and he'll be meeting Mike for the championship here this afternoon at Leda Lanes.
And their stats are actually fairly close. Tom Morgan's high single is 129. I'm sorry, his average is 129. High single is 192. Sorry about that, Tom. His high triple is 490. We'll get all the stats squared away here as we roll on this afternoon.
It's the Morgan brothers, Mike and Tom, meeting for the championship as Candlepin Stars and Strikes continues from Leda Lanes in Nashua. We'll be set to go in a moment.
When you're good, computer networking skills make the difference.
That's how it began, with those 5 bowlers competing for the opportunity to be here this afternoon for the championship match, and it's been the 5th seed Mike Morgan climbing the ladder all the way to the top, beating Bruce Young, then Glenn LeBlanc, then Brian Uphold, and it sets up the championship match with brother Tom, and we're ready to go at Leda Lanes in Nashua. The winner gets $1,000, the loser $500. More importantly, the winner gets a berth in our Tournament of Champions at the end of the season. This should be fun.
Bragging rights in the Morgan family,
yeah,
which I think is more important than the money here.
There will be one voice missing from the rooting section for Mike Morgan that
well,
we have heard the last 3 weeks.
It's funny you should mention that. I spoke to Mike just before the match, and he said the last time they were on TV 50, they took it, he said, way too seriously. He said they're going to have a lot of fun with it today, and it's going to look a lot friendlier than probably it may have in the past times.
It'll look friendly on TV, and then they'll go home and beat each other up. 9 bucks to start out for Mike Morgan.
We apologize in advance for all the times that we're probably going to refer to the wrong brother, but you'll know who we mean. It's easy to do. But I don't know if you can sense it watching at home, but the crowd is very loose. These guys are great at working the gallery here at Leda Lanes.
And they have been during the time between the last match and this match as we tape at Leda Lanes. And there's a genuine affection between the brothers that is certainly apparent.
Well, let's face it, Tom Morgan has never beaten his brother in head-to-head competition in the other 2 appearances on TV 50, so there's a little at stake besides the other things we've just mentioned.
Mike starts out with a 17, a couple of open frames, and now our first look in this series at Tom Morgan. We saw a lot of Tom in the last series.
Yeah, you're right. We saw him for 3 weeks. He eventually lost to Joe Ashline by 20 pins a month ago in the second stepladder final series.
Both brothers work at General Electric in Lynn. Mike prepares engines for assembly. Tom is a machinist. Tom is 43. Mike is 41.
And half of the North Shore is here at Leda Lanes with us today for this match. Lynn versus Revilla. The 4 horsemen left side and the 6-10 stand after 2 shots.
You may recall during our last series when we were talking about Tom right through the hole. A 4-box for Tom. We talked about Tom's knee problems with surgery having been scheduled and then postponed.
Yeah, he was going to have it, I think, sometime this month, but opted, because the bowling's been going so well, to give it another couple months and then reevaluate it with his doctor at that time.
Mike Morgan gets the first mark.
And he gets applause from Brother Tom.
Talking with Mike Morgan about Brother Tom's knee ailments, Mike said, if it helps you bowl that way with a bum knee like that, take a hammer to my knee. In the pocket again.
Flirting with the 2-bagger didn't happen. 5-pin stands, working on a strike.
The spare goes inside the strike from Mike Morgan, putting pressure on Brother Tom right off the bat. Tom struggled through the first 2 boxes. With only 13 pins to show.
Lucky to take the 10-pin out, avoiding the split, leaving the 4 and the 7, and some wood right in front.
Tom won the roll-off with a 661. Mike Morgan finished 5th in the roll-off with a 616. But Mike has reached the championship match the hard way as the 5th seed, beating numbers 4, 3, and 2. Bruce Young, Glenn LeBlanc, and Brian Uphold to get to this spot.
And last week's match, very, very close. A double strike in the 10th frame is what put it away for Mike Morgan, sending him into today's match with Brother Tom.
$10 for Tom Morgan, 37 through 4. Mike Morgan has 47 through 4 plus a ball. The crowds have been terrific through this stepladder series at Leda Lanes. And as I mentioned last week, management here, Ray Simino and Sean Howard, are taking steps to make it even more comfortable for future taping sessions. For the Candlepin Bowling fans, they're going to install elevated spectator area so that you won't have trouble looking over the heads of the people in front of you. 9 box. And the crowds have been enthusiastic. They've been into it. They've been fun. They've been having fun.
And they've been entertained by the Morgan brothers. I mean, you know, you don't get to see a lot of what happens in between the matches during the commercial breaks, but these guys are a riot. It's like tag team comedy out there on the lanes. That's why it's worth coming down and watching, you know, the whole experience, not just what you see on TV, but watching what happens in between. It's fun to watch.
And during the course of the match that you're watching this afternoon, you will see on the bottom of your screen the date of our next taping. Another spare for Mike Morgan, his 3rd mark in the game. 72 plus a ball through 6 frames. Now Tom Morgan, in danger of falling into a hole, needs to mark. A high single of 192, as you see. That's a pretty fair response. The triple strike carryover jackpot is at $725, in case you're thinking ahead. Tom threw it past the head pin.
And lucky for him, it's just the first ball in the fill. You take the second, of course, scoring the strike just 4 pins down.
Makeable shot with the wood. No, he didn't get the head pin.
All right, come on, grab the sticks, come on.
64 through 6. Brother Mike has 72 plus a ball through 6. So an 8-pin lead plus whatever he gets on this first ball.